Hello everyone, I'm here in Stockholm, Sweden again. The bridge you see behind me leads over to an area called Djurgården. It's a big island here in the middle of Stockholm, and it's known for its nature and landscapes, and it's a favorite of the locals. But before I start my tour of that, let me show you a few beautiful sights I saw on the way over here today. Beautiful building you see behind me is the Nordiska Museum. It's a museum here in Stockholm that has home decor, fashion, and traditions. I'm not going to be going inside that one today due to time constraints, but I'm going to be going to another museum here next door, and I'll show you that to you guys next. The very large building you see behind me is the Vasa Museum. It's probably the most well-known museum here in Stockholm, and we are going to be going inside that one to check it out. But the reason is it has a very well-preserved 17th century warship that sank on its maiden voyage. Don't get to see that very many places in the world, but let's go inside and let's see the ship. I'm the very first one to enter the museum today. I hope the lighting is good enough. It doesn't look very good, but this is absolutely incredible, this ship. The ship is nearly 400 years old. And it's so well preserved. I've never seen anything like this. I'm so happy I came here today. If the lighting isn't good enough in the video, I will post some pictures I'll take with my phone. And this is what the ship would have looked like new. You see videos and pictures of these ships, but I'll be honest, I never had any idea that they were this big when I've seen them on movies and things. But if you're ever in Stockholm, make sure you come to the Vasa Museum. It's been the highlight of my trip so far, seeing this ship. It's really, really dark down here below the ship, but they've actually got several full skeletons of the sailors they recovered from the shipwreck. I had no idea the intricacy that went into the artwork on these ships, the carvings in the wood. It's unbelievable. Here they have those carvings in color, so you can see what it would look like when the ship was first constructed. This just keeps getting better and better. I'm up top now. You can actually see the surface, the top of the ship. It's just unbelievable. It's so impressive. That is what would have been on the very front of the ship, which is where I'm walking to now. Give you guys one last look at the entirety of the ship. If you like pirates, if you like 17th, 16th century warfare, come to Stockholm, Sweden and see this. I promise you will not regret it. Here's a couple of the cannons that would have been used on the ship. I couldn't show you guys, the lighting was really bad, but they've got like the entire ship, a model of the inside of it. You can walk around inside and see where the cannons were and the captain's quarters, and it's just really neat. By far the best museum I've ever visited. Just left the museum. Like I said, it was absolutely incredible. Best museum I've ever been to by far. I even stopped at the souvenir shop and got a t-shirt and a magnet, something I normally don't do at museums, but that was my favorite of all time, so I had to get something to remember it by. But Vasa, that was the name of the ship, and 400 years old, and to be that well preserved, and the work that went in the museum, how well they have the displays where you can actually walk through and see what the ship would have been like back in the 17th century. But if you're in Stockholm, definitely come here, and if you're even close to Stockholm, I would seriously consider visiting the Vasa Museum. You won't regret it. But I'm going to keep walking around and see what else I find. I'm here at the entrance to the trail that goes through the park area, the nature park. Don't know how much I'll be able to talk about plants and nature, so I'll just show it to you guys, but keep watching because I've got some more stuff after this. But if you like my video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and let's see what this park looks like. I can see why the locals enjoy this park so much. It's really peaceful, very beautiful. You can see how clear blue the water is, and Sweden is just what I've seen of Sweden, Stockholm is a very beautiful city, one of the most beautiful I've visited. I'm now in the main area of Djurgården, and I have stumbled upon a art sculpture. It's called the Life Rings. Kind of interesting, I guess, but keep walking through the park and see what other beautiful things I find. Now here at Rosendal Slot. It's a 19th century castle built here in Djurgården. I've now found a maze here at Djurgården. It's pretty neat. Hopefully I can find my way out. I did manage to find my way out of the maze. It's going to conclude the tour of Djurgården. I'm about walked out. I've walked several miles around this park. It is beautiful. But next, I'm going to catch a ride, and we're going to go check out a Swedish flea market, see if we can find any good bargains. I'll see you there. Hello. How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Doing good. We've arrived here at the Hornstull market. Looks like there's a lot of food trucks and I'm hungry, so it was perfect timing. Let's see what we can find. This is a really cool area for food trucks. They've got food trucks for all the different countries. Chile, Korean street food, Portuguese grill, iced latte. I have to get one of those. It's amazing how blue the water is here. It's beautiful. Got some Ethio food, Thai cuisine, Jeffrey's, Chile. Really neat little street full of food trucks from all around the world. I'm gonna try a few. I've decided to get some Portuguese pork. I've never had Portuguese food before. Get a video of it on the grill. Looks good, can't wait to try it. Okay, let's try some of this Portuguese pork. It's delicious. We've got some pork, some salad, and some roasted potatoes. So good. It's kind of salty. It's delicious. I love it. Try one of the roasted potatoes. Potatoes are good too. The pork is delicious though. Okay. Well, that was delicious. The pork was unbelievable. Potatoes are good too. I didn't like the salad. Put some kind of mayonnaise sauce that's popular here in Sweden. I didn't care for it at all, but I'm not big on mayonnaise. But I got a little Portuguese dessert, some kind of custard pie. I've heard of them before. I can't think of the name, but I'm sure some of you do. But I'm gonna go down and get a cup of coffee to have with it. None of the coffee places were ready yet, so I had to go with the old reliable Coke Zero to have with my Portuguese custard pie. Let's check this pie out, see how it is. Really, really good. It's delicious, actually. Some of the better desserts I've had. So good. Standing here in front of this beautiful waterway, one of many here in Stockholm. Really glad I got to try the Portuguese food. It makes me want to go to Portugal. It was so good, and try their cuisine. But not going to show you the rest of the market. It wasn't worth showing you, to be honest. Not much there. But I'm going to head back to Gamla Stan now and show you my hotel, the Lady Hamilton. It's really historic. It's really unique the way it's decorated, and I will see you all there. Well, it's a tremendous luck. My hotel is literally right next door to the Royal Palace. That's one good thing about staying here. But I got there at the Royal Palace right when they were doing the changing of the guard, so it's something pretty special to get to see. But here's my hotel, the Lady Hamilton. I'll show you guys the inside. That is going to wrap up the Sweden portion of our trip. Love Stockholm. It's a beautiful city. It's clean. The prices aren't bad at all, and the people are extremely friendly. Recommend anyone come here if you're thinking about it. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to be heading to Oslo, Norway for the next portion of the trip. I was supposed to take a train, but the Norway portion of the trip got canceled for some reason. I think maybe due to a worker strike or something like that, but had to book a last-minute flight with Ethiopian Airlines. It's an airline company based in Africa. It'll be my first time flying with them, so I'm looking forward to that. But I will see you guys in the next video.